Okay, so this is a video for my mom because I'm tired of telling her how to do the hair. Anyway, I've let my hair grow out way too long and I really can't take it anymore. So I'm doing this video even though I'm not really good at doing videos, but everybody else does videos, so hey, you got a blog, you gotta have a video. So anyway, I am going to show Mom how to do the hair coloring thing. So we'll show you, or try to show you, how bad the root situation is. It's really pretty bad. But, oh well, that happens when you're our age. So anyway, I'm going to try and talk into the camera here. Hopefully I can edit some of this out and make it enjoyable. So anyway, using a scalp sensitive number 10 developer, Ion Color from Sally Beauty Supply, and then there's an after color treatment that I use afterwards. So what you need to do is get about half and half of your color and your developer in the little bucket or dish or tray or whatever it is that you use. Mix it together, get a good mix on it. You have to shake up the developer first. Mom, give it a good shake. Gotta do it. I guess I should have stirred this first before I started the whole film thing. This came about, I used to spend copious amounts of time and even more money paying a salon to do my hair. Then along came the Great Recession and I just flat ran out of money. My hairstylist that I love came to me and said, listen, hon, you've been using those bottle things out of the grocery store and Walmart and Target and whatever. Don't do it. You don't have to because you're fighting with the color. I could never get it the way she did it. So she finally told me what she was doing. And bless her heart, I've been doing it for years, ever since. I can hardly even calculate how cheap this is. Next to, and I can't believe I'm saying this, $70 to dye someone's hair. Yes, I know. I can't believe it. So anyway, get yourself some gloves at, well, you know, because I paint rooms, not paintings. Get that straight. That's Mom's job. I paint using blue tape. Okay. So anyway, I've got a box of these gloves that I keep around for everything that I need to protect my girly hands from. Sometimes when I'm feeling super dexterous, I'll only use one glove. Today, we're going to use two. So anyway, first, Mom, we're going to start with our mixture at the roots around your face. See, still need a good stir on this. You know, they have little whisks at the beauty supply store, and I'm like, who needs that? I need it, obviously. So hopefully this won't take forever, but I'm sure that I will find a way to edit this and make it work. So we're going to find our face. It's so old. Okay. And brush it on the roots, right around the face, because this will end up setting up for a very long time. Yes, you can put little cream and moisturizer and Vaseline around your eyes or your around your scalp to keep it from bleeding onto it. I just clean it off when I'm done. It's not a big deal. You know, if it really bothers you, yes, get some barrier cream and put around your head. It's never been an issue. So we're going to go around our head here. Here's another thing. As a brunette, I have the hair dye brown towel because it doesn't matter how much I wash this out. You don't want to wash it all out. The first time when I dye it, the dye will come off on the towel. So get yourself a brown towel if you're a brunette. If you're not a brunette, I don't know what you need. A yellow towel. So that you'll be able to do that. Okay, so let's find the nasty roots. And if you're dyeing your hair, you've probably had it done in a salon, so you're pretty familiar with how they do this process. We're just copying them because we're doing it ourselves because we can't afford to have them do it anymore. As much as I love going to the salon and spending an hour to have my hair cook under a cap, I just don't have that kind of patience. I just really don't. But I don't want to look at my hair like this anymore. And looking at the cat. The cat doesn't want to look at it either. So we're just going to continue to do this around your head. And you just paint the roots. You paint your hair. That's it. The end of this thing uses the comb to separate it and move the hair around. So you get, and because you're doing the roots first and your hair is dry, unwashed, nasty, right out of bed, not combed, dirty, so it'll stick, you can feel it on your scalp to see if you've missed any spots. Mom, I've seen some missed spots, but that's okay because we're going to do it right. Alright, so then we're going to grab another piece of hair and flip it over and look for more of those grays, or in my case, whites. You know, someday I will have the courage and the years to just say, you know what, screw it, I have gray hair. But you know, I'm just not ready for that. My aunt did that, and she looks great. But she has a young face and great skin, and she can do that. I don't know. I just look old. I dyed my hair with the streaks in it years ago, which was fun for the summer. But then when my son said, Mom, didn't you used to have dark hair? And my mother says, you know what? It's making you look old. Oh, that did it. I went back to my natural color, which a chestnut is pretty much my natural color. It's not on the store shelves. And the first time I had it dyed, it was a gentleman who dyed it, not my favorite hairstylist. And everybody in his salon, which I didn't realize this until afterwards, he must be colorblind because the color mix was red. My hair loves to be red. I'm not a redhead. So it sucked up that color, and it took me forever. It felt like years to get rid of it. Naturally, I never went back to that salon. I was nearly in tears. And as I looked around all of his other happy clientele getting their hair done, everybody had red hair. Everybody, except him and one other girl who was a blonde. I went, oh no, this is what they're doing. So I never went back. No more red hair for me. So, you can't see the ends of the hair in this video. I'm sure you won't be able to see it. That the color fades over time, as you know. What we're going to do when we're done with all of this getting of the roots, see how you can just make a little part, and you really kind of scrub it in there so it gets the hairs that you've missed that didn't get pulled over, is we're going to paint with the remainder of this on the top of your hair. Just a little bit. Just to blend it through. Not a whole head dye. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just accenting what's already there. Leave the light ones. It's okay. It makes it look like a natural hair color instead of just putting your head in a bucket of dye. So, that's a good thing. And you're not pulling it through a cap and all this other stuff. So, and I really like to get the crown of my head really, really well. I know this is funny because you're like, how can she see the back of her head? I can't. I can't see anything I'm doing back there. But I can feel it. I can feel the patches of wet hair. And that's what I go by. About an inch worth. About an inch. Move it over. Look for the dry spots and those shiny white ones, because they stand out so well. I'm going to laugh at this video thing. I'm the most unphotogenic person I know. Why on earth would I think that I could do a video? This is hilarious. Of course, my son's girlfriend, excuse me, not girlfriend, girl that is a friend, the queen of selfies and little mini movies. I'm going to have to employ her to fix this. Can you make me look like Angelina Jolie? Nah, not so much, hon. Oh well. A girl can dream. So I'm probably going to cut away at some point and say, I know you're sick of seeing me do this. Or my phone is going to cut out and say, I'm sick of taping you. Did I just say tape? I dated myself. Again, and not in a good way. I'm doing this as quickly as I can and not bore people completely. But it's kind of a good idea to show, if I'm going to show you how to do it, or how I do it anyway, that it doesn't take that long. I don't know why I end up spending an hour at the salon. This whole thing takes me like, I don't know, 45 minutes? I mean, that's including a shower and sitting around for it to dry. But I know that doesn't seem like a big time difference, but when you consider going to the salon, it means making the appointment and getting there and sitting there and waiting. And then invariably you have to wait for someone else because you're on a dye. And they put a cap on you and set you in a corner and wait for it to develop. Okay, now we're getting down to the end of it. Go around the base of the neck, the nape of the neck, because if you put your hair up in a ponytail, you really don't want to see that. You can hide some of the missed spots in the inside a little bit. That, not so much. Okay. So this is really attractive. All right. So now, the top of the dry stuff, that's old hair dye, old hair. We take what's left in here, a little bit, scrape it off the sides, and just paint it, little bits on the top. Why, yes, I did get it on my ear. I don't really care. It'll come off. I just take spots, little bits, here and there. See, Mom? Just little bits. Nothing drastic, nothing crazy. Not pulling it all through your hair. Little bits. I'm sure somebody will send me a little note. I'm a hairdresser and have been for 50 years. I would never do that to my hair. That's not the way you do it. Well, you know what? This is the way I do it. Now, I do a little bit of a pull through. Smooth it down, pull it back, massage it in, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, did I tell you about a timer? You have to have a timer. So, we're going to time it now. About 15 minutes, 15, 20. I set the timer for 15 because it'll go off at 15, but it'll take me 5 minutes to get myself into the shower and all that stuff. So you have to allot for that amount of time. So if your package or your instructions say, wash out in 20 minutes, and you set it for 20 minutes or 25 minutes, it's in there for 30 minutes because it's going to take you 10 minutes to get all disrobed and into the shower. Just a little hint. So now I'm going to go and wait for it to sit. And I'm going to torture the cat with the smell of the hair dye because he hates it. I hate it too, but that's okay. You know, it's worth it. So now we have to take off our glove, otherwise we can't turn off our little camera. Because as I've told you, this is my camera crew. This is it. I don't have anybody holding it. This is like a moving selfie for the woman that doesn't do selfies very well. So anyway, now you've seen it. Waiting on my hair.